All right, guys. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run video. Today, we're going to be looking at the city of Sintranos, and we're just going to be doing the double fights. We are not going to be doing any of the other battles. We're going to look at hard mode. This is the hardest area, so it's going to be tough. We're going to look at each of the double bosses and what teams that we used to beat them and how we got through them. So here we go. So this is the first double boss. We have the dragon and the ice golem. This was the team that we used to beat it, I believe. I can't believe we won, but yeah, let's go in. Now, I think we did show this before, but this team is usable. It's a random ass team. I mean, we've got Yak Boy in there, Yaga. We've got War Maiden, which is really the hero of this fight because she's going to do the most damage. We've got Tolog, who's really the hero that keeps everyone alive and shielded and healing. And then we've got two other heroes. We've got, who's that? Lich, I believe, who is in here. And then we've got, I forgot his name, the big ogre guy that is a rare. I forgot his name. We'll look at it afterwards. It's fine. But he's pretty cool, but they're all level 50. All my damage dealers there outside of War Maiden. And it looks like Yaga basically dies most of the time. So there is that. You're going to see a lot of the level 50s die over and over again, and you're going to see a bunch of the other heroes die a couple times, but they are able to deal with this fight. It's just going to be a little messy, all right? So this does show that you can do some of the hard mode stuff with some of the weirdest combinations of heroes. It looks like they are going to kill the provoking dragon first, which is actually what you want, because the ice golem guy, he is hard and he is going to kill your team faster, but this guy's going to be putting hexes and doing all kinds of weird stuff. So you don't want that. You want to basically try to kill that dragon as fast as possible. So that's why auto works, because you're actually targeting the correct boss. Now you're going to have defense up, and the fight's going to be much easier now that we do not have to contend with the magma dragon. And as long as they can kill the ads fairly quickly, I feel like your team can deal with this. You're going to need as much attack as possible in this fight just to take that other dragon down faster. I've noticed that damage has been the main issue with a lot of these double fights. You're going to get into situations where if you don't kill at least one of the bosses very quickly with like some kind of a burst damage, you're probably going to have an issue with whatever the fight is, because taking the damage from both bosses, although doable in some fights, is highly not recommended. And you're going to get moments like that where everybody gets frozen. But look at that, Yaga coming in for the kill. Uh-oh. Who's going to be the one? It's going to be Tolog that gets the win. So there you go. That's the first double boss. And these are the boneheads that we use. There you go. Lumberer. That's his name. Lumberer. So he's a rare. So if you have him at level 60, that's great. If not, 50 worked just fine for me. And it's just because we have because we have Tolog and War Maiden. War Maiden's strong as hell, and Tolog can just revive everybody for the whole time. So there you go. That's that. Now we're going to go into this one. This is a little bit different. You're going to need someone who can do burn. So we do have Akoth in here for HP, and we did that so we don't die. They're going to probably kill the dragon first. Let's go in. This is the ice spider and the dragon. Dragon is obviously easy. We don't have to worry too much about it. Having AoE specialists in here will be really helpful to take down the baby spiders as quickly as possible. And then more than likely they'll try to kill the dragon first, but it looks like they're not. We're going to do these on auto just because I want you to see that these teams do work even without me being, specific as to which enemy I hit. Now, this one you're going to see is going to be annoying. I think I stopped this fight because of the burns. So basically we do auto. If we take auto off for a second. All right, we're going to just keep attacking this boss for a second. Just because I did have to do this. See, now we're going to do HP burn. So we have HP burn, and now we can kill this boss. There you go. See? And then you just let it ride. Otherwise, it will still work on auto, but you might be sitting here for a while killing that same... You might be killing the same baby spiders the entire time. So just know that it does work on auto, but you shouldn't do it on auto with him. That could have worked. It was his next skill, so it might have worked on auto, but yeah, just be careful with it, because if he wastes his skill and then all of a sudden you're attacking the boss all the time, you might just keep getting into this motion where he puts the burn up at the wrong time, and then you're just going to be doing that fight for 20 minutes. This fight was a lot easier, obviously. They did pretty well. We got Dark Elhane, Apothecary, Petrifies in here, Syl, and Akoth. You can basically replace anybody you want in here. There's a bunch of heroes in this area that you can use to beat this boss. Like literally almost anyone. You could take her out and put in her. We could take Dark Alhane out and put. I mean, I don't care anybody. Literally, almost anybody in here will work. Here, she's quicker, right? You can put her in the lead for attack, and then just do it that way. As long as you have a burner to kill this spider, you're good to go. Okay, so that was that one. Now this fight was a little bit harder, and this team is a little bit. It's easier to get, but it's a rough fight. You got to make sure you kill those baby spiders. So we're gonna put this on auto. We do have, who do we have in here? We have Galek in here. We have a Veer who does turn meter manipulation, and he also does healing, which is nice. And we have a lot of AoE specialists that can do a lot of damage very quickly. So as long as the other dragon dies fairly quickly, you shouldn't have too much of a trouble here. I don't think they usually target the spider first. I think we killed him on the second, as the second boss killed. As long as the baby spiders don't become an issue, it looks like they are going for the spider. So that's fun. The Eternal Dragon, though, can be annoying. We'll see. As long as the other spider doesn't really heal himself, we don't have any turn meter manipulation here outside of a Veer who can turn meter up on our team. But we don't have anyone that really will drop turn meter on the spider. So say she's gonna heal. Luckily, this is not that hard, so they don't hit super hard on this. They're just gonna kind of pop you a little bit. But it looks like we're fine. The only problem with auto is that they're going to see what just happened. They're going to kind of go back and forth. But luckily, there's a ton of AoEs in here. So even if they do go back and forth between the bosses a little bit, you're going to get more AoE action anyway in killing the spiders. Now, the spiders do stay, so there is that. Hopefully, one of these guys will get an AoE to take the bosses down. There you go. Take the babies down. Done. But these fights aren't as bad even on hard mode, so you can do it on normal, and you shouldn't have too much trouble with this. As long as you have, reasonably built heroes, you'll be fine. If you just started the game, yeah, this is going to be hard as hell, obviously, because you're not going to have any heroes that are in those factions that can beat these bosses. But if you've been playing for like a year at least, and you have a bunch of heroes, yeah, this isn't going to be too much of a difficult area for you, the market, and I don't think you should have too much trouble finding heroes. I mean, I have 60, and I've been playing for about a little less than a year and a half. So I have 60 level 60s, and then I have a bunch of level 50s in the vault. So if you were spending all your time on level 60s, you might have some other heroes that are a little bit better off than me. If you also spend money on this game, yeah, you definitely will have better heroes than me and more of a mix of heroes that can do these fights. So yeah, that's basically all the double fights in the marketplace. I just wanted to kind of do a quick video and show it just so you could see what teams I use to get through the first area. We will be doing this area by area, so I may do just the double bosses and then some of the other bosses in a separate video. I believe I showed a video of Bommel just randomly, but I'll probably do a full video on all the bosses in the areas as I beat them. As you can see, we didn't beat the spider here yet on hard mode, so that we'll have to wait until we beat that. But we are going to be doing some of the double bosses here. It may be on normal, but it will be done either way. So at least you can see some of the teams that I used, okay? So that's it for today. That's the city of Sintranos. That's the double bosses. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends. Let them know that we can beat things in hard mode and we don't need the special legendaries, okay? This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. This is the Cursed City. These are all double bosses. And you guys take care.